Welcome to The Tonight Show. My name is Jimmy Fallon. Let's get to the news and jokes. Well, guys, this weekend, in between rounds of golf at his private country club in New Jersey, President Trump decided to take coronavirus financial aid into his own hands. Listen to this.
President Trump spent the weekend at his golf resort in New Jersey. He signed a series of executive orders billed as an end run around a gridlocked Congress.
Just so we're all clear, during a historic pandemic that has crippled the economy, the President of the United States signed 4 executive orders to help the unemployed from his private country club. Even Marie Antoinette was like, come on, man, read the room. I mean, this is... Seriously, it's not a great look when you're talking about mass unemployment and a waiter passes by like, crab puff? Next, Trump plans to unveil a new stimulus bill from a sauna at Mar-a-Lago. It's going to be interesting. I'm pretty sure this is the first time in history an executive order was signed with a tiny golf pencil. Americans were worried when the executive order started with, "From the creators of the president's coronavirus response plan." Yeah, Trump conducted a lot of presidential business from his private country club this weekend. He even held a press conference with some club members in attendance. I'm sure they all wore masks and watched from a distance to ensure Trump's safety. Can we see a photo?
Oh, God.
Well, perfect, because if there's any barrier the virus can't penetrate, it's loosely arranged bamboo chairs. They all look like they're modeling J. Crew's new Dad Paunch collection. Trump was like, wow, what a diverse crowd we have here today. There's rich white guys in polos of every color. Meanwhile, these guys were like, this is crazy. 1 minute I'm back taking a leak behind the 15th hole. Next, I'm witnessing the presidential press conference. Well, it's not just the coronavirus taking up Trump's time. There are other issues he's dealing with. Of course, I'm talking about a new report that said Trump asked about adding his face to Mount Rushmore. Yeah, apparently Trump said it was his dream to have his face added. Yeah, that's sort of like Dr. Fauci saying it's his dream to play center for the Los Angeles Lakers. It turns out a 5th president can't be added to Mount Rushmore because the rocks around it are unstable. Actually, the more you think about it, having something unstable means he's already a part of Mount Rushmore. Yeah. Trump was like, if Mount Rushmore doesn't work, you can carve my face into one of the mountains at the beautiful Yosemite National Park. I think Trump's wasting his time at Mount Rushmore. If he wants something carved into rock that looks like him, the orange hue of the Grand Canyon is a much better option. Well, get this, a jeweler says he's making the world's most expensive face mask encrusted with gold and diamonds at the price of $1.5 million. Take a look at this. It's real. Yeah. It's perfect if you want both pro and anti-mask people to hate you. Meanwhile, I feel like an idiot because I just spent $1 million on a face mask made of crystals and now it looks cheap. Well, maybe the mask is a good idea, though. It's a great way to tell everyone, I'm smart about health, but dumb about everything else. Let's get to some entertainment news. Well, guys, yesterday was the start of Shark Week on Discovery Channel. Woo! Yeah, I hate to be a downer, but sharks are way down the list of scary things right now for me. I mean, seriously, right now walking into a CVS is scarier than Shark Week. I'm not kidding. At this point, it's safer to swim around the Atlantic dressed like a seal than it is to go to Applebee's. The only thing scarier than a school of sharks is a school.
Ah, nice.
Things are so crazy, sharks are now looking at the crowded beaches like, it is not safe out there. Well, finally, I saw that 7-Eleven is introducing a new line of never-frozen pastries baked fresh in stores nationally. Yep, now their goods are freshly baked, just like the kid working behind the counter. Meanwhile, the taquitos on the rotating grill are like, oh, you think you're better than me? Yep, fresh pastries and burned coffee. They're just one rubbery egg away from being Starbucks.
On and on and on. I said, and it's on and on.